Hello, everyone. If I sound anything less energetic, it's for a number of reasons, and I am keeping the earpiece on in case uh, the doctor's office calls and says they're ready to see me. Yeah, whole other story. But yeah, it has been a long time since I did a video showing me off script and just ready to talk about some stuff that's been that's been happening for quite some time. But this is mostly about there might be some I should say first that this might contain some trigger warnings about mental health related matters. So, right. Um, for the past couple of years, there were some things that had happened personally that led me to discovering things that, when you look back, you wonder, why didn't I learn this then? And I'm going to try to make this point now because I'm going to forget about it later. But the things that you learn that are life changing tend to happen more when it seems that you're ready for them the most, and you can put that on whichever religious deity or non-religious source you want to put it on for that, or even just on a universal level. That's just true all over the place, and that is something that happened with me big time. Still some lessons to learn, but there was a lot that altered a lot of uh, connections and paths that I was starting to walk and then just deviated. And it's easy to point fingers at who's to blame here and there, but one of the big things that really helped in getting that together was learning how many times I was the toxic one and how many times I was repeating patterns that I had subconsciously learned from others, especially at the home. But you can only point your finger at them so much, at those sources so much, before you start looking at the mirror and saying, yeah, we can't have this anymore. This has got to go. So, with that discovery, with recognizing what trauma bonds are and what what can be done to prevent them, you're going to look back at the clues that people were giving you to stop that shit. Yeah, you can't just go through life thinking that everybody's after you, when the truth can be that some people are after you because you're the one that fucked up. And To quote the late Charlie Murphy, you've been a habitual line stepper. And I was that plenty of times. Succumbed, whichever one is. I gave in to, there you go. We're going to do a pokey pick style. I can't think of the right word, or if you're questioning the word you want to say, go to the next one. Enter thesaurus. But you gotta recognize exactly what you gotta change in yourself to make sure you're not repeating the past. You're breaking up from generational curses. You gotta get right with yourself before you start asking or thinking you should demand others to be right with yourself. And you don't even have to do that. As soon as you start changing what you know you need to inside of you, you'll know who wants to be around you the most. You'll know who you want around you the most. And a lot of people aren't going to subscribe to the healing you, to the you that you kind of knew was there, but you didn't. You didn't want to access it for a number of reasons. For me, it was a mix of things. It was complacency, codependency. It was being afraid of just speaking out when keeping things in was a bad look. It was such a bad look. It still is, no matter what. And it makes a lot of sense to just get that out of your system however you can. And the more you speak about it, the more people realize that this is real, that excuse me, that you really have grown. The more they'll act how they want to act around you. Like I said earlier, if they want to be around you in this new self, that's great. If not, take care. But you have to acknowledge, you have to hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable to everything and anything that you have done wrong. Be part of that. Be part of the honesty and the genuine emotions that you want others to be a part of. And it's hard to be in that it's hard to be in that discovery period when you are around or even living with those that you can tell they're not going to be about that life. They're going to deflect. They're going to try to make you feel bad for waking up to your own BS. Let them be. Just let them be. Because your absence will let them recognize even more so how much your presence was enabling them to continue what they were doing. And even if they never come around to that, that's their fight. It's not yours. You are winning yours just by not only declaring that you are ready to go, but by not allowing their energy to taint yours any further. And I'm not surprised that the video has lasted as long as it did, but yeah, that's a lot of what's been really going on behind the scenes with whichever channel I decide to upload this on, whether it's the YouTube one, IG. Um, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack, and there's a lot of um, mental health topics that I could touch on, but not right now. The video is long enough. But if you stay to the end, thank you. And I think this should be a thing. This should be my way of letting people know that this is an ongoing battle. But I'd like to think of the phrase ongoing victory, because even as you talk it out, even as you are facing certain challenges inside and out, it's good to know that you are in a place to share that, not just with individuals, but with anybody that's watching this video and dealing with the length of it. But yeah, just wake up to your own nonsense. Realize that you are not always the hero or the victim. And move forward from there. Anything less would be very bad. Fine, I'll say the full quote. Anything less would be uncivilized. All right. Y'all take care, and yeah, we'll see whenever the doctor's ready for me.